Well, hello, one and all. It is late night. It's into the bazaar. I am BMR, Bigfoot, Mr. Rob, your host. Tonight, joining me is the lovely Monica Rollins from our paranormal world. Krista's out camping. Brandi just called me. She's got an issue. Nothing serious, but she's most likely not going to make it tonight. So I got just me and Monica tonight, which is great. All I need is one to do the shows. Thanks to each and every single one of you for coming on in. If you're new here, please subscribe to Bigfoot Michigan Rob on YouTube. Monica Rollins, our paranormal world. The Blondes and the Booze Paranormal Podcast, Texas Front Porch. Donnie Cho says stuff. Paranormal Paul. Truth or Tinfoil. Check us out. We're on 7 days a week. Turn on your alert bells. Mateys are, and you mateys can become BMR pirates. That's right. Join the many, join the few, depending on your point of view. You get a good old picture with good old BMR sporting a bandana next to your name in the chat room. That's awesome. The super chats are also open. A great way to help support what we all do around here. Of course, donations never expected, always greatly appreciated. Hit that like button, leave a comment. As usual, it's all algorithms these days. And speaking of algorithms, my books, Bigfoot to Michigan Rob presents True Cryptid Encounters Book 1, Book 2, found on Amazon. Simply type Bigfoot to Michigan Rob in your Amazon browser. Leave a review. Again, it's all algorithms. It does help promote book sales. Thanks for that. Also, good old BMR for those that are members and subscribers to the show. I'm going to be running a special. Probably it started yesterday. It'll probably, if it's successful and it's high demand, I might take it all the way to Thanksgiving. Contact me for details on Facebook or email me at beyondbmr@gmail.com. What I'm doing is the books retail for $15 on Amazon plus the shipping, right? So I've decided to shave the price and mark both books $13 a piece, and I will cover the shipping. My gift to you for the holiday season. However, it may or may not extend to Thanksgiving depending on the demand. Thanks for that. And also a quick note, and I do have to bring this up. Myself, the girls, Tex, we all promote safe environment to come in to the chat room, right? And I will tell you this, 99.9% of all you are fantastic. I had an issue, it comes up once in a while, where one of my loyal subscribers got really mad. I don't know what the situation was. Comments were deleted, but all I have to say is this. If you feel all crotchety and you're in a bad mood, don't come on the show and don't disparage guests, people in the chat room, the co-hosts, my co-hosts, myself, whomever. It's not cool. It's not tolerated. I don't ban people. I'm not quick to ban people. But if it's done too many times, you're out of here. You're out of here. And again, 99% of you are fantastic. Every once in a while, you get somebody's got a wild hair up their ass. I don't appreciate it. And cost me, I was hurt with a couple things that went on. But I think that's been rectified, and just bear that, keep that in mind, because it's a no troll zone, no negative comments. Just go somewhere else. With that being said, thanks to everybody for coming on in. Jojo, Diane Boss, Andres, Hooking Good Creations, Jojo again, Amy Creel, Amy, First Matey out there in the chat room, Ristel. Love to see you, Ristel. As always, Curtis Wilkins. Hey, Curtis. Good to see you. We've got T-Bone. I love you, T-Bone. You know that. Thank you, my friend. Jason Finch, the Finchster. The Finchster's an awesome pal of mine. Great guy. Who else? Scrolling down, Diane Boss, always in here. Jason Boss is Jason Boss. Diane Boss is fantastic. A few others. If I miss you, I still love you. Velvet Bite Radio. My vampire queen. She's here. She's here. Go check out Velvet Bite Radio. I was on her show a couple weeks ago. She was on this show about a couple Tuesdays ago. Velvet Bite Radio. John Aside. Good to see you. A bunch of you are coming on in. Well, those that are chatting already, about we're getting warmed up here. We're getting warmed up here. With that being said, I'm sure Monica had enough time to warm up. I'm gonna bring it up.
Hey.
Hello, lovely Monica.
Hello, Robbie. How are you tonight?
Fantastic. I'm just fantastic. Yeah. So another Saturday night, the Late Show, back to our normal scheduled programming. Last Saturday, we did a panel show about our hauntings and experiences on at the Emmaus Village and at the Ray County Museum, which was pretty cool. Monica night up for that one. She's not a big panel girl, so but I
am 100% not a panel person.
You're not a panel. 4 is the max that you'll deal with. Hello, yes, Edward.
There's more than 4 people on the screen.
Yeah,
in a dip.
Yeah, Monica dips, and that's fine. I know Monica. I know. I knew that as soon as I said. I did a thing on Facebook, and Monica, as soon as she's seen it, she calls me or texted me, one of the two. Robbie, I'm dipping. Yeah, I can't handle over 4 people.
Yeah, you've got people.
And I get it. And I get it. But thanks for coming on. A couple weeks ago, we had 9 of us, but it was all us misfits, so that was a little different. But yeah, you get to talking over each other. It does get it's hard to manage sometimes, and I get it. I totally get it.
Well, thank you for getting it. It's nothing against you. It's nothing against anybody else that's on. Absolutely not. I just it's like nails across a chalkboard to me. When everybody's tripping over each other's words and 9 people are trying to get their point across.
Yeah, and it's tough to manage when I try to manage it myself and all these things. And I totally get it. And I prefer it with, well, we had 6 and it wasn't too bad. And which was all right. But I 4 to me is actually perfect.
Yeah.
3 is wonderful because when all you guys are here, we have 4. Because typically it's Brandi and Krista.
Yeah. And I think that works well.
You have the 4 corners, and so on and so forth. So it works. I tell you what, Monica, it's already October. I got all my Halloween stuff up. The thing I'm waiting on, though, is I've had this up in the back here. This is just like a cool backdrop I have in the studio.
A lovely forested, fairy, frolicking backdrop.
Yeah, and that's supposed to be a portal in back of me. I don't know what the heck it appears to be. I don't know. I do like it. I'm waiting for my Halloween one to come in, and it's on back order.
Oh, dude.
I'm not going to get time for Halloween, which kind of blows.
You can't go to Vistaprint or something and print something off?
Maybe.
I really should do that. It's just my dining room hutch that I decorate with Disco Ghost here. So I need to get a background.
Yeah, I see a Randy pop back. Well, Randy has been busy. And what the hell, Randy? What is that?
It's the grumpy old man himself.
He's grumpy.
She's telling me I'm grumpy.
He's mad because, and I don't blame you. You got this class of quarterbacks, the Manning family. They got they have the wrong chromosomes, not the right.
I think we got the runt.
I think you got the run of the litter.
I mean, my goodness, really. Hi, Velvet. How you doing?
Yeah, I love Velvet. She's awesome. Go check out Velvet by Radio.
After you did her show, I subscribed too. So
you did. Awesome. Velvet Bite Radio. Please subscribe to her. She's awesome. Good girl.
But
woman.
That I was I wanted to poke my eyeballs out after that first half.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Then I called you and I said, man, what's up with Arch Manning? Then, dude, as soon as I hung up with you, he threw like a 50-yard touchdown. And then after that, boom.
Nothing again.
Florida
has no protection.
Florida came down the field, marched right down in 2 plays, scored. And you're right. I must have seen in 5 minutes 10 offsides, holdings, false starts. I tell you what, though, I will say this, Randy. He's only a first-year player starter, I believe, right?
Yeah,
I think when you give him some time, I think he'll be all right. He's not as talented as his uncle. What is his uncle? Peyton
or Eli.
Yeah, Eli's take him or leave him, I guess.
Look at Monica. She's like, y'all are talking sports ball. Why are you talking sports
No,
ball?
I'm trying to answer Keith in chat. And
no, actually, I love Monica because she and I play fantasy football, and Monica plays fantasy football too.
Good. Okay.
So we were tweaking her lineup last show we were on together. She, she has like half her team on buys this week.
Yeah, it was this week brutal for me.
Yeah, I'm looking right now because I'm glad you said that. I haven't checked since the other day, so I gotta see. I'm already set up as the quote unquote winner for the most of. Oh my gosh, never mind. This dude for the Rams, Williams, he just screwed me royally.
Yeah.
31 points as a running back. Give me a break. Come on now. I'm going to be fighting from a deficit there.
You're fighting for your life over there on the.
Oh, you ain't just kidding. Sometimes it happens.
Gridiron.
But luckily, I'm playing against somebody who's got a whole bunch on bye right now. Hopefully, they forget.
Yes. Well,
I had Devontae Adams. So.
Yeah, my team's 4-0, and let's see here. I had Joe Burrow, and his backup quarterback I'm using right now.
Yeah,
blows, absolutely blows.
That's why I had to sit Tyler Higbee or whatever his name was.
Yeah, I might try to make a deal and get Matthew Stafford, bring him back here to Detroit because he's on fire right now.
Hi, JoJo.
Anyways, this football season, it's October, November, December, my 3 favorite months, Monica's as well. Randy, what are your 3 favorite months?
I'm in here crying. What are you talking about? This is my favorite month of the year, period, bar none. I got Halloween. I got Halloween, and I got football's in full swing, and the Major League Baseball's postseason.
Awesome. Well, this is a great surprise to see you, Randy. Glad you popped on in. Brandi had to take care of her mind. This is like your 3rd co-hosting gig you did tonight.
Yeah,
and you're never on.
Show 3 tonight. This is show 3 tonight.
Show 3 tonight.
You're on fire, Randy.
No, I'm just bored.
Fire.
I'm just bored, and I'm out of chocolate milk. So I mean,
oh boy.
Well, I mean, what's a Saturday night without chocolate milk? You better go get some.
You trying to get rid of me?
No.
She's trying to. You believe that, Rob? She's trying to get rid of me. I don't.
Yeah. Well, no.
I'll go in the bathroom and cry like a man. You watch me.
I don't watch anything men do in the bathroom. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, don't remind me of that. It takes me back to Oktoberfest in Germany, and you know the story, Monica. I'm not gonna go back.
I was telling my brother that story yesterday.
Yeah. Wait, in Germany? You were at an Oktoberfest in Germany?
I was. I was in my 30s. My buddies spent 20 years in the army, 10 of them in Germany, and I went to Oktoberfest. Yeah.
I never made it past the first fest tent in Munich.
What's that now?
I never made it past the first fest tent in Munich. You know, you literally get out, you get out the train station, you walk out. There's the very first fest tent. Never made it past it.
Well, you know what? Where I was, I got to tell you, the place where I was at wasn't Munich, Berlin, maybe.
Berlin's got a decent one. But Munich's the place to go.
Well, here's the thing, though. I had to take a pee. They had a trough in town square. That
sounds like Amsterdam.
It was a circle, and all the guys are hanging with their units out, taking a piece, staring at everybody, and people were walking by. And the people from Germany didn't give a crap. I mean,
they didn't care. As long as they were peeing in the trough and not on the street.
Yeah, they didn't care. Women, men, little kids. I'm like, wow, this is wild. You know?
Did you feel liberated? Did you feel free in a way you've never felt before?
I felt that I had big time stage frights. So I went around the corner.
You peed in the alley.
I peed in an alley.
Did you have performance issues?
I could not urinate.
Hey,
but about 10? But I tell you what, Randy, it all changed 10 beers in.
Exactly. You didn't care then, did you?
No, I didn't care.
I mean, and what's really bad is, me and my wife have been married for 33 years, but we walk into this place. Actually, I don't think she was with me on this one, but we go in and there, me and that guy, this one little woman. I mean, little. I mean, she couldn't have been 5 foot hardly.
Yeah.
And her all lederhosen outfit, little beer wench thing. She gets 15 liters of mugs of beer, and she's arms through it, picks that sucker up, goes out and goes to the
That's a
table and
workout.
does that right there and lets it go. And I'm just looking at her like, oh my God, she's got to marry me.
Oh God, yeah, right. Gonna
That's
marry
all there
you?
was to it. Because I'm like, my God, she could sling beer.
Is that your current wife?
No, that's not my current wife. My
Wow.
current wife was more like pour it on me than she would bring it to me. But I get along great with empaths, can't you tell?
Yeah.
You do. It was weird for me because I guess I was married for 6 years, and then I had 2 other girlfriends who were kind of steady, for a little while, right? And it was odd because during
All at the same time?
no, not quite. No, spread out between my
Alive now.
spread out
Okay.
between my 20s and 30s and 40s.
Okay, not
Yeah.
concurrently. Got it. Okay.
None of them drank anything, and I had owned a bar. You know me, I slugged the beer back. And man, I'm like, okay, this is kind of
Probably
odd.
a good thing they didn't drink if you owned a bar, really.
Yeah, it was a good thing, probably.
Yeah, but I don't trust nobody that don't drink.
I don't trust a man who doesn't drink. Nor do I trust a person who's never spent at least one night in jail. I'm just sorry.
Okay, well, if you don't trust me, I've never been in jail.
You're a girl. I'm talking about guys.
We're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on that though.
Not to say I haven't been in the back of a cop car. No, I have been in the back of a cop car. I have been handcuffed before, but I have not been in the jail.
Well, you've been handcuffed. I'll take that, Monica. I'll take you being handcuffed. All right.
Been
Applause for
handcuffed more than
Monica.
once in the back of a cop car.
You were what again? What?
Handcuffed more than once in the back of a
Oh.
cop car.
I misheard it there for some.
Like, be very specific with the location of the handcuffing because
Okay.
you're perfect. So,
You know? That's awesome, Monica.
Oh my gosh.
You got another. I gave you another thumbs up in my book of evaluations of
there's an
Monica.
extra star next to
you-
my name.
Yeah, another star. You were in the back of a cop car and you were handcuffed.
Yeah,
Gotta love it. So,
on more than one occasion.
well, that's
Yeah,
another
no.
star from
Nope.
Monica. This starboard, you're becoming the leader on the starboard.
Fantasy football, handcuffed in a
Yeah,
cop car.
geez, you and I gotta tell you, Velvet Bite Radio. My husband was a cop. He's never been in jail, but he's done a lot of jailing. I got that one. Hello, Keith from Michigan. Hello to everybody. Thanks for
Hi,
coming
Keith again.
in. Keith
I
again.
like this one.
Yeah.
I couldn't get in trouble. She leaves no witnesses.
Yeah. Well, I can see that with Monica.
Monica knows
Hey.
how to not be the one technically committing the offense.
Right?
She's the orchestrator.
I may be in the vicinity, but I wasn't the one actually.
Now wait a second.
committing the crime.
I'm fairly certain I was a dog man ranch with somebody across a fire telling Tex, "Come at me, bro."
Yeah. I've been in fights, but I've never been in a fight with a girl.
So
Another star. A fight with the
yeah,
dude.
no, I'm about to say
Come on,
I'm not getting involved in
know?
that one. She can do whatever the hell she wants now.
Fight with a dude. Although I like cat battles.
I don't know.
Nah.
Never like.
I never
whoever
liked it.
punched me. I looked at. She punched me square in the sternum, and I just stood there and looked at her like.
I gotta tell you, before
Are
we
you
move
kidding me?
it reminds me of this story before we move on with the bizarre news part of the show. I remember, God, I learned my lesson, and this is even before I owned a bar. I remember this guy being such a, to this woman, right? I mean, he was just, I was like, and I usually tend to mind my own business, but I was so upsetting that I got between this two, and I told this dude, "What's your problem, man?" And then he gets all squirrely with me, and then we get in a little kind of a pushing and shoving routine, and then before you know it, the woman that he was being brutally bad to jumps on my back and starts like scratching in my chest and just going all bonkers on me. You leave my man alone. And I learned my lesson. You don't know what's going down between a woman, and a man in a bar, or anywhere for that matter. And I'm like, okay, I guess I thought I was coming to your rescue, but I was trying to be valiant. Didn't work.
Yeah.
Live and learn. So, anyways, we'll move on and get this bizarre news rolling. I've got some interesting stuff. Again, thanks to everybody for coming on and hit that like button. You can become pirates. Super chats are open, and we will get on with it here. And we haven't done this in a while, actually. It's the bizarre news.
Sounds so official.
It does sound official. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's pretty cool.
Am I on CNN? What?
What's that? Yeah. What did you say, Randy?
I said, am I on CNN?
Yes.
Yeah, I still think it would have been cool if you found the old MTV news with the typewriter that came up.
Yeah.
The problem is, I have not really looked for it. I'm sure I could dig something up. But you know how busy we all get. And I still need an ending for this show, Randy. I know Tex does it, and I don't have no, end button music.
I mean, you don't really need it considering you got 4 minutes of music when you start on. So,
yeah, maybe perhaps. But anyway, news.
Trust me, I'm the one that's got to cut it out when it goes out.
I know. And today's went on for about 3 minutes. Yeah.
Like, does he ever stop this thing? I don't get what.
For those that don't know about Randy, really briefly, he's a paranormal dude. He's an Army veteran, and he also takes care of all of our podcasts because we are on Randy's put a little podcast company together and streams all of our shows, and he edits all of our shows. So he does a lot of work for us. So
he bleeps out our curse words.
Bleeps
out. No, I do not.
I
just make sure that all the daggum podcasts have that. Not for under 18. Not for under 18. Not for under 18.
That's what you do?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it out because I remember one time you were talking about how it ate up so much space, just that one little boop.
Yeah, I was trying to, because Tex had somebody on and it was being simulcast or something. I can't remember what it was, but he said, hey, I dropped an F-bomb. I need to get it blocked out. But it was also going up to Odyssey Radio at the time and all that other stuff. So it was like, okay, I'll go in. And I literally, it was a 5 second, it wasn't even that, 3 or 4 seconds max, little beep. It made that 90 megabyte freaking, or 90 megabyte sound clip that goes up. It made it 385 megabytes by adding that one thing in. And I was like, yeah, that's not going to work. We can't do that.
Well,
sorry, I digress.
I'm glad we got that cleared up. The tech issues. I don't understand a word you said. News one.
Got to move on to the news, Randy. Hush.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks for coming on, Randy. Love you.
Am I supposed to leave now?
Scientists make embryos from human skin DNA for first time. Yeah, September 25th of 2025.
Yeah.
U.S. scientists have for the first time made early-stage human embryos by manipulating DNA taken from people's skin cells and then fertilizing it with sperm. The technique could overcome infertility due to old age or disease by using almost any cell in the body as a starting point for life. It could even allow same-sex couples to have a genetically related child. Okay. The method requires significant refinement, which could take a decade before a fertility clinic could even consider using it. Experts said it was an impressive breakthrough, but there needed to be an open discussion with the public about what science was making possible. Reproduction used to be a simple story of a man's sperm meeting a woman's egg that fused to make an embryo, which, of course, 9 months later, a baby is born. Now scientists are changing the rules. This latest experiment starts with human skin. The Oregon Health and Science University research team's techniques technique takes the nucleus, which houses a copy of the entire genetic code needed to build the body, out of a skin cell.
Mhm.
This is then placed inside a donor egg that has been stripped of its genetic instructions. So far, the technique is like the one used to create Dolly the sheep, the world's first cloned mammal born back in 1996. However, this egg is not ready to be fertilized by sperm as it already contains a full suite of chromosomes. You inherit 23 of these bundles of DNA from each of your parents for a total of 46, which the egg already has. So the next stage is to persuade the egg to discard half of its chromosomes in a process researchers have termed mitomeiosis. The word is a fusion of mitosis and meiosis, the two ways cells divide. The study published in the journal Nature Communications showed 82 functional eggs were made. These were fertilized with sperm and some progressed onto the early stages of embryo's development. None were developed beyond the 60-day stage. We achieved something that was thought to be impossible, said Professor Shakat Malalibovo, the director of the Oregon Health and Science University's Center for Embryonic Cell and Gene Therapy. The technique is far from polished as the egg randomly chooses which chromosomes to discard. It needs to end up with one of each of the 23 types to prevent disease, but ends up with 2 of some and none of the others. There's also a poor success rate of around 9%, and the chromosomes miss an important process where they rearrange their DNA called crossing over. And this professor, I guess, is world renowned. He's a pioneer in the field. And he said, basically, we just have to perfect this. Eventually, I think this is where the future will go because there are more and more patients that cannot have children. Science is cool. The thing that I missed on, am I missing something in this? Okay, let's say that they can do this. Is the egg being grown in a tube? Is it, they didn't mention about having a surrogate mother. Do they put it in an aquarium and grow it like a fish? I mean, what's going on here?
That would be cool. Put it in an aquarium and grow it like a fish.
Yeah, it could have gills. It could be Aquaman.
I mean, I think at one point you do have gills.
I'm sure we did at one point.
That's curious. Yeah, I would assume that it would have to be incubated in a human rather than
maybe that was supposed to be assumed by the reader, but they didn't mention anything.
That's a fair question. What do you think, Randy?
First, I want to know what publication this came from. It sounds like something from the Weekly World News, and they're talking about meiosis, on there, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, meiosis doesn't work like that. It just mainly works for RNA strands versus DNA strands, and I'm sitting there just slowly, I'm like, oh, I don't know what they're talking about, because what they've got is already a fully fertilized egg, the way I understand it. Doesn't have to have any other introduction to it. What they're trying to do then is trying to figure out how to split that so they can introduce a new set of genes to it, right? Is that the way I'm understanding that?
See, I understood it as somehow they've gotten the egg to discard its genetic coding. I don't know how the heck they do that.
That's what I'm saying. Meiosis wouldn't do that.
What it does. And when they introduce the human cell, that cell already has both of your parents' genes in it. So it's already
exactly
fully, so they're trying to coax that. Then not only has it already somehow magically disregarded its genetic coding, but once you
I thought that's what they were trying to do. They
do that before they put the human cell in it, right? So the cell that's acting as the new genetic code has whoever cell that has both of their parents in it. So then they're trying to get half of that code to get disregarded.
Okay, so they're trying to essentially take two cells, split them, and combine half of each one to create a new.
No, they have an
I
egg,
think,
right? The
I
egg is
think it's all
already,
stripped down, right?
yeah. Somehow
So the egg has not been fertilized.
It has not been fertilized.
No.
And in
Okay.
order for it to be fertilized, it has the cell that's introduced isn't the sperm, it's the genetic coding for the egg itself.
They're trying to do it that way
So
instead of
because
using
that
sperm.
cell already has the full set of chromosomes because it's a skin cell.
Yeah.
They have to get the egg then to,
Except
dispose of half of the genetic code so that when the sperm is introduced, it will accept the then,
but it's not but it's not the sperm, right? They're not introducing sperm, they're introducing that cell.
Sperm. They do introduce sperm.
They introduced the sperm.
The cell is just the genetic coding because the egg is basically a sterile egg. I mean, it has no genetic
It's
coding.
stripped of everything.
It's a capsule at that point that you put.
Okay, so there's none of the female DNA, nothing in there at all.
Yes.
Then.
Yes.
So it's a barren egg.
It's barren genetically.
Yeah. Okay, now here's the other question, the biggest question. Why?
So that women that can't have children of their own, like with their own eggs, their eggs aren't working. I don't know.
Viable.
Yeah.
I could see that. Don't get me wrong. I could see that. But I'm also and both my twins are both IVFs anyway. So I know how that all went. But I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, it doesn't make any sense why they try to induce it like that when.
Well, maybe they can bypass the sperm and introduce a cell from
into an egg.
Yeah, no, two cells. Like, let's say it's a same-sex couple. So the cell from one partner, and then the cell from the other partner,
and then the sperm after that.
Well, yeah, I guess I don't know. They would have to strip the genetic coding out of the sperm, and at that point, it's just fertilizer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They'd have to figure out a way to make it a sperm / whatever to combine those two genetics.
Or maybe they don't need the sperm because once they introduce the second partner cell, then it has a complete coding and it can begin multiplying.
It begins to multiply, and they say it's only 9% success rate right now.
That's interesting.
And that's when cell mitosis would start in, mitosis is where the cell splits, whereas you're talking about the meiosis is the just the chemicals inside splitting.
Yeah. Mrs. T-Bone says, Mrs. T-Bone says, put a chip in it, a human AI. And we've talked about
that's not far away.
That's not, we've talked about it already in other bizarre news events. That's, I don't know. I mean, it's not, we've talked about robot kids, right? Remember that show we did about having a kid be born in a robot? You remember that one? In a robot in a laboratory?
Well, I mean, synthetic humans for
synthetic
humans,
I mean, this was from the Oregonian Institute of Research, Randy. This is where that publication is.
Oregonian. So the hippies in Oregon have done this, right?
Yeah, they've done
it.
Okay.
Not everybody in Oregon is a hippie. Crotchety.
Are you from Oregon?
My cousins are. My uncle was.
Oh, really quickly about Oregon then, Monica. If I was in Oregon and I saw a nice piece of property with a home on it, can I put a tent there and claim that land is mine?
Yeah, homestead it.
What the hell do I know?
Yeah, that's what they do in Oregon now. If you were a drug addict, you go on the front lawn and shoot up, and the police won't arrest you. But anyway, that's what I've heard. Nice place to visit, I'm sure.
That seems a little extreme. They can't, your land is already occupied by you.
Squatters' rights is in full effect.
I'm fully aware of squatters' rights. I mean, I've had my whole family's estate was just put on hold because of a squatter in my parents' home.
Would you like to send me a name and I'll take care of that? No,
I would. That would have been. They're gone now.
Oh yeah,
Randy. We'll move on. Randy, I'm glad you've been here for this one. You've probably heard of this. We'll get your take on this. News item 2, everybody. Mystery fog sprayed on U.S. cities in the 1950s linked to secret army project.
Shocking.
Of course it's shocking, Monica. I'm taken aback by this one.
Yeah, gasp.
One of the areas sprayed was Pruitt, Igo in St. Louis, Missouri.
Time out. You
Yep.
do know that my MOS in the military was nuclear, biological, and chemical weapons, right?
Yeah, so this is right. That's why I
Okay.
said right up your
Yeah.
alley. You can tell us all about it.
So you can tell us all about this secret project then.
Yeah, the secret
Yeah.
project, Rando.
Secret project from the 50s. All right, got it. Let's go.
Okay, one of the areas sprayed was Pruitt, Igo in St. Louis, Missouri, 70 years ago. Neighborhoods in several big U.S. cities were sprayed with a mysterious chemical compound. The experiment, which took place in parts of St. Louis, Missouri, and Fort Wayne, Indiana, as well as in several other cities in both the United States and Canada, created a thick, foul smelling chemical fog that residents reported had stuck to their skin, coated roads and rooftops, and had made children sick. The purpose of the experiment was to study how chemical weapons might spread through Soviet cities during the Cold War. And while the chemicals used were supposed to be harmless, it turned out that this was not the case. The spray contained zinc cadmium sulfide, a powder known to cause cancer. The Army had maintained that the amounts were low enough not to cause harm, but a key report detailing the health risks from the experiment later were missing, leaving doubts over whether the Army was aware that what they were doing was harmful to local residents. In later years, people who had actually lived in these areas at the time would come forward to tell of how they and their family members had suffered from a disproportionate number of health complications, in particular from various and different types of cancers and respiratory diseases. Quote, "They didn't ask our permission," said former Pruitt, Igo resident Cecil Hughes. "We didn't ask for them to spray us. My government used me like a guinea pig." Another former resident, James Caldwell, described suffering from a rare form of lymphoma. "You couldn't even see through it. It was so thick, and it would adhere to our skin," he recalled. And as far as the guys on top of the buildings, they tried to portray themselves as maintenance workers. But what are the maintenance workers doing wearing hazmat suits, masks, and goggles? Sadly, however, despite official admissions that the spraying took place, no definitive case has ever been brought against those responsible for the harm it caused. I see you mulling it over, Randy. We will let you go first.
My first question was that they had masks and goggles. I mean, that does make a
Mask,
whole lot
goggles,
of
and
sense.
hazmat suits on top of
Okay,
and they're
so
spraying this, claiming that it's not harmful. Yet they're all decked out.
I may defer to Monica for first while I think about a tactful way of actually putting all this.
Very good, Randy. The tactician at work.
Now, this was what year was this again? Sorry,
1950.
1950 or in the 1950s.
1950, 70 years ago from today.
Okay.
They understand who was responsible for the fog. I mean, now they're saying the government, but they understand who it was. Because at the very end, it says no lawsuits were brought against those responsible. Well, have they identified?
No lawsuits.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it does say the Army. I mean, you know how vague a lot of these articles are.
Oh, it's vague because it's somebody sitting out there going, "Oh, the Army did it. Oh, the Army did it. Oh, the military did it. Oh, this person did it." Yeah,
No.
exactly. I got money says that number one, it probably didn't actually happen. Number two, if it did, they were probably testing some sort of mosquito fog like what they spray in cities now. And three, I've never heard of anybody ever putting on hazmat suits and masks and goggles. It makes no sense because the mask and the goggles are one and the same.
Well, the hazmat suit is 100% contained, right? It's a contained unit.
It depends on what level of hazmat they're at. It depends on the level. Hazmat level A, yeah, you got a full SCBA inside. You're in a sealed suit, but they didn't have those back then. They were most likely in something like what you saw Remember the picture of what looked like the aluminum man? You know, looked like somebody in a aluminum suit, or you saw it in Hellfighters in the movie Hellfighters. The guys that
Mhm.
fought fires and such, the asbestos suits with the reflective
Yeah.
layers. That's probably what they were seeing, something along that line.
Okay.
But as far as at that point, the government already knew what chemical weapons were going to do. Okay. It sounds to me like this was something that was being done by somebody other than the government or a black, you can call it black ops if you want to, but
Right.
it wasn't the government per se or the army per se. And what level are we talking about? How much of this city and town were actually being sprayed?
Yeah.
Are we getting
Was
like
it,
a
was
block or
it,
2 blocks?
yeah, or the entire town was in a fog like Silent Hill?
Yeah. I mean but that was from, wait, well Silent Hill was the one with it was the
Well, that's based on that town
underground.
in Pennsylvania
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
hole of fire under the ground. Yeah, they had to
Yeah,
evacuate.
center something. Anyway, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But
Mhm.
the as far as what I'm hearing right there, just out of that alone, I I, I don't put much stock in it. I put a stock as they've run into something where that something might have gotten into the water supply or into the environment there that's causing a higher amount of unknown or rarer forms of cancer and stuff like that. But
I
I mean,
wouldn't put it past the government to test
yeah.
something on a town or a portion of a town without the residents' knowledge, especially
Oh
back in the
yeah.
50s. I wouldn't
In
put
the
it at
50s,
all.
they didn't care. No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't either. But it just, I don't think there would have been anybody on ground doing it. I think they'd have sprayed it over them
Well,
from above.
I mean, I agree with you that I don't think the military was probably behind it. They may have used military personnel
Yeah,
to apply whatever it was, but it was
exactly.
developed outside of the military,
Yeah,
most likely, would be my
and
guess.
but now what he's talking about, the physical properties of the fog that they were spraying or the mist they were spraying, whatever it was, where it kind of stuck to skin and stuff. That is textbook of what's called a persistent nerve agent. Persistent nerve agents are like motor oil, essentially.
Mhm.
And case in point, VX alone. I don't. Have you ever seen the movie The Rock?
Yes.
Hate the movie. I hate the movie with a passion because it's 100% completely inaccurate when it comes to the actual chemical. But that's what they were talking about was VX. And you remember they had
Yes.
the big green bomblets or whatever it was.
Oh, I remember.
It ain't like that. The VX is a brown motor oil looking substance that has no actual aroma about it. And it's so persistent, so thick. You could actually. I used to tell people out on Johnson Island, you could do jumping jacks in a puddle of VX, and as long as you didn't get it on your skin, there's no vapor hazard. You wouldn't
Mm.
have got anything. As long as you didn't get it on your skin, you're good to go. That's what I used to tell them. Now that's what it sounds like they were trying to use to spray or trying to figure out how they could actually
So it
disperse
doesn't
that.
automatically like aerosol. It doesn't automatically like
No,
see.
that's
Okay.
GB. That's non-persistent, like
Well, I
the
mean, that's what
subway,
the movies
Tokyo
need,
subway.
man.
Yeah. Well, it's Tokyo subway. Case in point, it was a low level, a crappy version of GB, which was a sarin gas that they
Mhm.
used in the Tokyo subway. That's the low level of what we actually had. GB at the time was a sarin. The minute it hit the air, it's gas.
Yeah.
You know, what was this here?
I put that up there because I thought it was funny as hell.
Yeah, Amy Creel says when two scientists really love each other, they go in a lab and make functional eggs. I like
She was
that,
trying to explain it to 86 there. I thought it was funny. I started so I could laugh at it later.
That's Amy Creel, first mate of the chat. Thank you, Amy. I like that. So, Randy, let me not really. Okay, we have this little quip, this little story, whatever.
Yeah.
However, though, do you believe throughout time that the government has experimented with these chemical
Oh, without a doubt.
weapons in our country?
Yes.
Yeah, they did it with the nukes too.
I mean, I know you act like I'm a dummy. I just threw the question.
No.
I know my answer is yes,
No, I
but
don't
yeah.
think that
Yeah.
you don't know that. I'm just saying
No.
yes.
But
Emphatically.
and do you think that? And they. My question is this: they don't really care about us, really, right? When they want to achieve a goal,
it depends on who's in charge.
Masses, right?
Mhm.
And it depends on what they're doing. How does she have a signal?
How do you have a signal?
Hey, she jumped over on Donnie's too. So,
hey, how are you guys?
Well, you got a great reception from your humongous tent.
Yeah, I am like in Pierre Marquette in Illinois, camping, and we just did some knocking on some trees. We didn't hear anything, so.
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's awesome. You're not going to hear it right away. How's the weather out there? Is it nice and balmy?
Weather's perfect. It's perfect. Not a cloud in the sky, so we can look up and see the stars. Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, yes. Keep your head up. Keep your head up.
Yeah, I wish you guys were here, man.
Did you do any whoops?
Nope. No whoops. There's some people camping down from us, like a group, and I said this earlier on, I think, Donnie's show or Paul's show.
Yeah, it was on Donnie's.
And they're still kind of loud, but like I told Mike here that, like, that's good because that might attract some of them,
Yeah.
They got their music going and stuff, so, yep.
Awesome.
So we're going to wait a little bit, and we're going to, do some more tree knocking.
Yeah, do that, do a little whoops. I know you can whoop it up, Krista.
I can whoop it up.
Wait until about 3 a.m. and start doing all the calls.
Yes.
There you go. I'll wake the whole neighborhood up. There you go, Monica.
Give the campers something to talk about.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Krista, for popping on in. Hang out as long as you want. I got one more bizarre news, and I got 2 bizarre stories that are very creepy.
I'll stay on for bizarre news, and then I'll head out.
Well, I got 1 short bizarre news, and I got 2 bizarre news-related topics, which are very cool.
Did Rob freeze, or is it me?
I pretty good, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see anything freeze, so it might be on your end. But yeah, bottom line, Randy, we really don't know what's going on. Really brief story. The government, I guess, from what I hear in the state of Michigan, they were experimenting with psyops. Yeah. There's a part of Michigan, and Keith knows this if he's still in the chat room. There's a section in a very ritzy part of town off of the freeway where they constructed this tower, which looks like a big pine tree. Totally looks fake. It just went up overnight, right, or in a couple days. And in this part of Michigan is very affluent. There's no road rage. There's no people sporting guns on the freeway. It's been serene and no problems. And then as soon as this tower went up, it's a tower, looks like a huge pine tree.
Cell tower, yeah.
Cell tower, yes, Monica. It's since been taken down. All of a sudden, within about a week after this thing went up, these suits, these business people, professionals, doctors, lawyers, accountants, whatever, they're having road rage at unfathomable rates, shootings, people going crazy. And it skyrocketed 10-15%. It almost equaled at one point certain stretches in the inner city of Detroit. An investigation went on. And again, conspiracy theory probably, but there was these reports that suggested that it was a psyop operation where they would emit this, I don't know, it's probably not radiation. I don't know what the technical term was, but they emitted it into the roadways, altering people's mindset, causing them to freak out for like 15-20 seconds. Do I buy that? Not 100%, but it just beckons the question that we really don't know what's going on. We have no control over what these black operations are up to, CIA, our government. We just don't know, do we? I don't know that I believe that, Randy. I don't know if you do, Monica, but hey, the numbers don't lie. The data didn't lie during this time period. They took the cell tower down.
That's weird.
And life went back as usual.
So and taking the time and the expense to put it up and then in a short period of time remove it. But during the duration of its being up, people went nuts.
Yeah, nuts.
In the immediate vicinity.
And
Or
we're
at
talking
least
about people, and the people going nuts that were well respected, wealthy.
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
No, but they
People
all
are assholes a lot of the time.
hey, listen, poor people, the rich are the worst. They're not pulling out guns when they're making $1 million a year. They're not going to prison.
Mm.
so,
No,
but they're higher education, right?
Monica, what I mean is the numbers were totally
Right.
to the hood where there was just nothing but criminals, basically.
Right.
Maybe not necessarily going completely nuts, but higher levels of agitation, right? Is what
Yes.
we're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't discriminate between the rich and the poor, Monica, stuff like that. I know I get your point.
I do.
But craziness happens. So I don't know if I buy that.
There are waves that can affect a person's thought process. All right, that's been proven. Right,
Mhm.
there's this gun radio wave. I'm not sure what it is. If it's a sound, I think it's a sound gun.
Yeah.
And if you point it at somebody who's speaking, suddenly they can't make a coherent sentence. And
I've
so
heard about that
something
one.
like that could be replicated perhaps to amplify out in an immediate vicinity, but it would trigger, instead of just the inability to speak, like it kind of scrambles your thought process. Maybe it's, touching on your whatever it is there that controls anger, your medulla, right?
Yeah.
That controls your anger.
Your
and
medulla oblongata.
Yeah,
your
we
medulla
all learned that one. Yes, we all remember that one.
Yeah.
Brian Bowden,
Waterboy.
thank you so much for the awesome $10 super chat. And he says here they use NexRad to send out signals plus microwaves that have an effect on the human psyche. They still use it today to target select human frequencies. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Thanks, Brian.
I mean, think about it too. And there's that kernel of truth we're talking about now. You talk about that thing that you just, the story you just brought up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There have been how many movies in the last, I'll say 15 years that have referenced something like that? Think about the first Kingsman movie where
Mm.
Samuel L. Jackson was
Right,
making
that's
people go
right.
nuts. Got that one.
Oh, Rob
You
doesn't
got-
watch movies, so you and I know what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
we know
Yeah,
what we're talking about.
I never saw it.
There's the Naked Gun movie just happened with Liam Neeson. It's actually part of that has that same concept in it.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's not the first time this has been.
Would not.
Hey guys,
Got a wood knock?
we don't have a wood knock, but we have clicking, and I seen an orb in the wood line.
Oh, you may be going after the wrong thing then.
Go investigate.
Yes.
I am,
Sweet.
and I'm gonna take you guys with me. So I'll put you guys on mute. Do what you're doing,
Okay.
but if something else happens, I'll come back
jump
on.
in.
Yeah,
Jump in. Yeah.
we enjoy your interjections.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway.
Thank you to Sir Brian, and thank you to T-Bone. 5 new pirates, mateys. T-Bone. Thank you so much, T-Bone. Love you. You know that.
Tony's lurking in the chat.
Tony.
He just
Who,
was
what, where?
awarded a gift membership.
Oh,
Huh?
yeah, there he is. I see it. Him, Gary. Okay, who's Gas Station Sushi? I got to meet them.
I like that name.
Where you guys
Yeah, I
see
do
this at? In my chat room?
Yeah, you have to look over on the YouTube,
YouTube.
side. It.
Okay. Well, hello,
You
everybody.
have both windows pulled up.
Jilly
Yeah.
got one. Pyromedic got one. Gas Station Sushi.
Oh, okay.
Gary Lopez and Tony Loom.
Oh, all the lurkers. Yes, the lurkers. Thank you guys for coming on in. Just because you're not in the chat room don't mean we don't appreciate you. Everybody that watches shows, you're fantastic. Thank
Oh,
you
yeah.
so much. Thank you to T-Bone once again and Brian Bowden. I've got another bizarre news here, and then I got these other bizarre stories, which are like Monica, one's up your alley, and this other one is like totally crazy cool.
Okay, wait. Time out. Hold up. I got.
Do not look behind the curtain.
Oh, he's got the tinfoil hat.
There we go.
I'm not
All right,
doing
we're
the
ready.
story yet, but this is really quick. I was really wishing Brandi would have been on because we did something similar to this on her show the other day.
Yeah.
But this is kind of short. Then we'll move on with the other two things. But this was seeing vivid future images. This story was submitted to this site Mysteries Beyond by iWatch from the United States. Guy goes on to say, to my amazement, others have experienced what I have after waking up and relaxing with my eyelids closed. A vivid image of a piece of paper was on the floor at my workplace. This kind of scared me, and when I opened my eyes, the image was gone. I went to work, and lo and behold, there was the exact image in reality at my workplace. On a second occasion, something similar happened. A vivid image of a huge ladybug against a red background suddenly appeared. I knew my eyelids were closed, but the sudden appearance of the ladybug made me swipe at it, and my eyes came open. I got up to use the bathroom, and lo and behold, a ladybug, much smaller, was on my bedroom curtain. I, of course, did not kill it. I was simply amazed that this was impossible. So, two vivid imaginations in the head and the mind come to reality at the workplace and in the home. And I was talking with Brandi last night on their show, the Blonde Show, about manipulation, mind manipulation, and manifestation. Maybe it has something to do with it. Anyways, and this third and final time was months later when I had my heart attack. At the hospital, as I rolled in, I remember telling the staff in a panic that I couldn't see. However, this didn't make quite sense because my eyes were wide open. For a brief second, I knew that I wasn't looking at them with my physical eyes, although my eyes were wide open. It quickly switched back to seeing out of the physical eyes. They quickly rushed me in to do heart surgery. According to my ex-wife, she stated that the hospital said that I had died twice and I did not go ahead and confirm her statement. I just thank the people that saved me, but most of all, probably mostly God. So I don't know what to make of that quick one. I think the first couple of these might have been psychic visions,
It
I mean,
happened.
I've seen things in dreams that I've seen also in the future that happened, but I think we all have that. I always talk about, I think we all have that intuition. I don't
Mhm.
think this is that common, but I don't know, maybe the third one though, maybe the trauma precipitated some sort of out of body experience, right? With the eyes seeing himself, and then he died twice, didn't know it. I don't know. What's your thoughts?
I agree that the first two incidences were probably just psychic phenomenon that I believe, like you, that all of us have. Like I can remember at least one experience when I was a child where I dreamt of something very specific and the next day
Mhm.
it took place.
Yeah.
And I remember being shocked when it took place the next day because I was like, I dreamt about this. I dreamt about this last night. It shocked me.
Okay.
And it actually that happened twice when I was in
Yeah.
elementary school. Something like that happened. And the last one, I mean, where he was saying, I can't see, but his eyes were open.
Yeah, I mean, that's not uncommon either.
That's not
No.
uncommon. I've had that happen. That's happened to me one time when I fainted. My eyes right before I fell down because I was conscious the whole when I say fainted, like my vision went into a tunnel
Yeah.
and then it was all white and I hit the ground. And I remember hitting the ground and laying there. So I didn't completely go out because
Yeah.
I remember freaking out because I'm blinking my eyes and I can't see anything. And then slowly like pixels came back in my vision.
It was a true fainting episode. Is what it sounds
I
like.
guess. Yeah. And that's happened to me a few times where, my eyes were wide open, but did he say he saw people in the room even though his eyes were open and he couldn't see? I didn't catch that part.
I'd have to go back. I don't think you saw
Do you remember that,
anybody.
Randy?
It sounded. I thought he said he was out of body. He's looking back down on his body, looking like he's from looking back at the room. Yeah,
Well, that sounds like
near death
OBE.
experience.
Yeah.
NDE. I thought that was interesting only because of the show I did yesterday. And again, for me personally, you guys know me. I've had very vivid dreams and I've seen things that actually have happened. but we've all done that. I'm not unique, and
Yeah.
I just thought that was interesting, and we kind of talked about that on the show. And Brandy's not here to elaborate, but that's fine and dandy. I just wanted to move on. I just wanted to get that. I just wanted that was like a time wasting one there.
NDEs are a fun thing to talk about, though. You can fill up a whole show doing nothing but talking about them.
We've done it before. I love the NDE chat and talk.
Yep. So
you could dedicate a whole show. I wanted to get ahead to this. This is so bizarre and cool. This something that I found in Mysterious Magazine. I can't take any credit for this one, and I got to tell you, this is bizarre. And I'm into time travel, big time. You know, slipping into dimensions, right? Those are my favorite shows, and this really caught my attention. I started reading this. I'm like, whoa, I'm doing this tonight. Hello, Timo. Tartar Sauce. If you're new, please subscribe. Good to see you. Thanks everybody for coming on in. Hit that what do you call it? Hit that like button.
And that subscribe.
And of course, subscribe. Yeah, if you're new, subscribe. To Monica as well. And of course, Randy's show, Truth or Tinfoil. He's got a cool show.
Yay.
Tinfoil hat makes him look like a Hershey's Kiss.
Yeah.
Because he's so sweet.
Mine, yeah, okay, I believe that.
You know, for these next two stories, man, you should probably keep it on.
I need to keep it on for these? Because, Brandy's got one that makes her look like Cindy Lou Who, so,
I kind of believe this.
Her.
And I do have one thing about this, which I'll comment on when I'm done.
Okay.
The man who went for milk. Okay. It was and by the way, it does state here the names are fictitious, and although the states may sound like United States, they're not the exact states. And I think I started out writing it.
The names and places have changed to protect the
innocent.
Yeah, and they didn't write that. I'm reading as it was written. It's not me, but I just read it as it was.
You sound like me on Sundays now.
I just had to copy and paste it. I did this, I put this all together just haphazardly, actually. But this is cool. So it goes on to say, it was kind of well written too, by the way. It was a perfectly ordinary Thursday evening when Daniel Weaver left his small Ohio home to grab a gallon of milk from the corner store. Excuse me. His wife, Sharon, was making dinner, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and the green beans Daniel always claimed to hate. Excuse me. Just a quick run, he said, kissing her cheek and slipping out the door at 6:42 p.m. sharp. The store was only 6 blocks away, a 10-minute drive, maybe 12 if he caught the red lights. But Daniel did not come home that night. When Sharon checked the clock again, it was nearly 9 p.m. No sign of Daniel. She called his phone, no answer. His wallet, jacket, and keys were gone. And the milk money that was left was gone as well. At first, she assumed car trouble or maybe a quick stop at the bar. By midnight, she was pacing. By morning, she filed a missing persons report. Days turned to weeks, no leads, no body. It was as if Daniel had stepped off the face of the earth. Police searched nearby woods, rivers, and abandoned buildings. Witnesses said they saw a man matching his description at the gas station around 7 p.m. that night, and then nothing. His car was found parked neatly behind the store, empty, keys still in the ignition. The case went cold. 44 years later, April 9th of 2025, a misty morning in rural Ohio, a disoriented man in his mid-30s was found wandering along a dirt road near the old Evergreen Dairy Market carrying a plastic jug of milk. The clerk who found him said he looked confused, terrified even. His clothes were out of date, plaid flannel, high-waisted jeans, worn leather shoes. But what really caught the attention was the milk jug, a plastic Borden container with a 1981 label, perfectly preserved, still cold to the touch. When police questioned him, his answers didn't make any sense. I just went out for milk, he kept repeating. What year is it? Why are the cars so strange? Fingerprint records confirmed it was beyond a doubt Daniel Weaver, the same man who disappeared in 1981, not a day older. Sharon had passed away in 2013, never knowing what happened to her husband. Their house was long since sold. Daniel was taken to a hospital where doctors couldn't explain how his body showed no signs of aging. Blood work, DNA, everything matched the records from 1981 exactly. When asked what he remembered, he described driving down Elm Street, seeing strange ripples in the air ahead, like heat waves, then a bright flash. He said it felt like driving through a curtain of static. He remembered pulling over, feeling dizzy, and then the road looked different. The cars were newer, the streetlights taller, his radio was dead, the clock frozen at 6:47 p.m. When he walked back toward the store, the signs were faded and rusted, and the building was boarded up, and the air was colder, wrong somehow. That's when the clerk found him. The milk itself had become an obsession for some researchers. It tasted fresh, as if it had been purchased only hours before. But the container dated back to early 1981 production, a type discontinued decades ago. The temperature inside the jug measured a steady 38 degrees Fahrenheit, impossibly constant, even after hours of refrigeration. When photographed, the label appeared different in every picture, sometimes crisp and new, sometimes yellow and cracked and faded. Some swore that under certain light, the expiration date flickered between May 12, 1981 and May 12, 2025. Daniel was kept under observation. He would wake up in the middle of the night, insisting he could still hear the hum, that faint static hum from the air curtain that he drove through. He claimed he could feel it pulling him back, whispering through the hiss of white noise on the hospital TV. One night, just before dawn, the security camera came in the room, flickered. The feed filled with static, a low buzz that made the nurses cover their ears. When the screen cleared, Daniel was gone. All that remained was the hospital. All that remained was the hospital bed, still warm, and that same gallon of milk sitting on the nightstand, frozen solid.
I think that is an excellent work of fiction.
I think it is too.
I mean, they have a real, future as a writer. I think that is a great story.
I thought the same thing. I thought it was a great story, but I had to do it to get you guys' take on that.
That's my take. Awesome story, bro.
Yeah. It'll fill a great little prose book, the short stories from somebody.
Yeah, like amazing stories from the 1950s.
But I will tell you this. I thought that too, and the thing that I did not like was like they said that disclaimer in the beginning about the names and the places. But as I was reading, it kind of reminded me a lot though of things that I've heard from other folks. Because I think that time travel exists. Now, to this extent, I'm not so certain.
You lost me with the frozen milk jug.
Yeah.
Hey,
and
listen,
where did his car end up?
And I was not going to edit any of that out. I was just reading it as I saw it. And,
But the thing is, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
The thing gets me, now, don't get me wrong. I know Borden did plastic jugs back in the day. Started in the 70s. But I cannot remember getting a plastic jug till the mid 80s, honestly. It was always the cartons. Yeah, the cardboard cartons. Even before they started putting the missing children on the back, type thing.
I remember that.
Cardboard cartons.
Yeah, we had
And they were
milk
gallon.
deliveries when I was young still, and we got them
Yeah,
in
still
cardboard
at times,
containers.
depending on where you were at. Yeah. And that was the best milk too, by the way. I don't care what anybody says.
I don't even think back in. Well, I don't remember way back then. But was the Borden? Did they even have plastic jugs? Do you
Yeah,
guys
they
know?
started in the 70s because they actually started making their own jugs at that time in the 70s.
See, we drank Clover, which is a local dairy out in Sonoma County. We
Yeah.
drank Clover milk. So
And we
and
had
Can I
then I can
interrupt?
tell you that all of their containers were the cardboard ones, like back when I was young.
Uh-oh. What did you say, Krista?
Can I interrupt for a second?
Yeah, go
Sure.
ahead.
Okay, so we got a wood line here, and it sounded like there was like some kind of movement in there. And then I just talked to Sir Brian Bowden on the phone, and he says that it's Bigfoot, and they're like they're surrounding us. And I fully freaking believe that right now. Yes,
Really?
we've had knocks. It's been interesting. I wish you guys were here.
Does the atmosphere feel off? Like, do you not
It
feel
does.
safe?
It does. It honestly, it does, Monica.
Is
And you don't
the
feel safe?
Not that I don't feel safe. I'm okay. Brian said that we're okay to sleep here because I asked him that was one of the questions, if we're okay because we're in a tent. And he said we're okay, but they're going to be surrounding us tonight.
That's interesting. So you'll get
Yeah.
more than walks probably throughout the night.
Yes. So anyway, I'll go back on mute and I'll hop out off of here. And if something else happens, I'll let you know. But
Hey, let
it's
me
an
ask
interesting
you
night.
really
Yeah, hold up.
quick. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Is the night? Is it like very silent, or do you hear crickets, or do you hear any other movement or anything like?
It's crickets. It's
nature?
Yeah, I
crickets.
heard the crickets.
Yeah, it's crickets. It's normal nighttime sounds.
We heard a click.
And we've been hearing the clicking. Something is clicking.
That's weird. The clicking is
Yeah.
weird.
Kind of branch break or something.
We just heard like a branch or something break.
Clicking makes me think something else other than
Yeah,
we're talking
I
about
think not
Bigfoot. So,
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
What clicks?
Clicks.
Yeah, it's like
any kind of entity. A lot of entities.
Like-
You got rakes. You got quote unquote skinwalkers, whatever people call them. They say they click.
Oh, Randy, don't be telling me that stuff.
Skinwalkers.
Skinwalkers.
Okay,
Yeah.
then the rake.
Yeah, the skinwalker does clickety clack. I do know that.
Well, Brian said it was Bigfoot, and he said that they're going to surround us tonight. So
You guys
And
have
So
any
how do we know this though?
You have any night vision, any thermal out there?
no, I wish we did. No, I have a tree knocker. That's it, and us. We're just camping. We were,
I got police baton and big booty.
yeah, that's it. We're just camping and thought we would do a little Bigfooting, and it's active.
That's the best
I ain't
way to
going
do it, though.
outside.
Honestly,
What's that, Randy?
I said that's the best way to do it. Honestly,
Yeah,
go
that's
out
what
there
I'm
just
saying.
and wing it. So
Yeah, that's what we're doing. So anyway, if anything major happens, I'll come back on. But I
Yeah.
just want to let you know that it's quite interesting tonight.
cool.
No, I enjoy it. Just hang loose. Good
All
luck
right,
to you.
all right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
The reason I even did that story is I'm really into the time travel thing, and this was probably just too far fetched. Great story. This guy that wrote it was fantastic. But I brought it up for another reason, though, because I think, what's your take on it? Do you think that, because there's a story Art Bell did, one of my favorite shows, and it's one of his most popular. It was about Madman Mike Markham, but allegedly did some time travel. In fact, he built a machine that he allegedly walked through and slipped into a different time period.
Mm.
And the thing about this story is a lot of this was documented in some of the local papers, which is always good to find when you can look this stuff up. But he started out, he made a, what do you call that? A Jacob's ladder.
Yeah.
He made a smaller unit. And what he did was, and he got it working, whatever he was doing. I'm not going to talk about the technical aspect. I don't know what it is. But when he threw a big screw in there, he threw a screw in there, and he threw it through the Jacob's ladder, and it did disappear for a minute. Then it popped up on the other side of a table that he had it on. Then he built a little bigger machine, and he put like a baseball in it, and it disappeared, and it never ended up at the other side of the table. But when he went out walking in back of the building that he was in, about 50 yards out, there was the baseball.
It's more like a wormhole.
You think that's more of a wormhole?
That's more of a wormhole. Yeah.
So what's the Jacob's ladder? Because they've mentioned that like a million times during the interview.
Isn't it I think of Tesla coil, kind of like a side by side.
That's what I always call it.
That's what he said. He had that. He
Yeah.
had like that. Like the coil. Correct. So he was describing that on the interview. I've listened to the show like 3 or 4 times.
Well, I'm trying to see what of course, the Jacob's ladder is the quote unquote the bridge between heaven and earth, but I'm trying to see what where they're talking about.
The scientific method.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what it really is per se. There's a toy that's a giant nautical Jacob's ladder, or the flexible ladder rope that you got a nautical on ships and such.
So yeah, it is. It looks like a TV antenna that's got the lines.
High voltage demonstration device with electric sparks that climb up a pair of wires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like the old rabbit ears.
Yep.
So, okay, while you're looking it up, Randy. So then he goes on, he says, wow, this is something. So he decides that he now wants to make it bigger. So what this guy did is he knew a place where transformers that still work, but they were taken down and new ones were putting up. He found this yard where the government or where the city put them, and he took 2 of them. Yeah, he did, Monica. He took 2 of them. Yeah. And he
vaporized himself.
He was reconstructing a bigger version of this, and I'm going to say the Tesla coils. He said Jacob's ladder. I remember distinctly, but then the way he described it was like the antennas with the
that's the Jacob's ladder. It looks like the rabbit ears with the
okay. That's what he said. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm about to give you one to look at.
So he steals these. He's building this in this other band. I don't know if some warehouse he's building. A buddy's warehouse was in the shipping business. Well, the guy ended up getting busted because the leads went back to this guy. So this guy spent time in jail.
Here you go. I put it on the back.
Gotta overlay it.
Yeah, I put it in the wrong spot. His is different than mine over on my other one. So,
or put us in the background.
Nah, it's good. I got a square. Just give me 2 seconds.
Well, good luck finding it in the vast archives that are Rob's images. There you go. Yeah, see, it looks like the
he don't have that many. Yeah, he don't have very much. Trust me, I've seen a lot worse than that.
Yeah, see, that's exactly what he described. That's with the little bolt and that. And really quickly, Brian, Brian's a remote viewer, psychic. There are a few on the ones, he goes, there are a few on one side of the road and at least one on the other side who is alerting them that unknown are in the area. Mm-hmm. And he says Bigfoot does click. Thanks, Brian. I don't know if Krista's listening, but.
Oh, she is. I don't remember which one you had up.
He says basically they're just curious about you. Okay. So anyway, hello, gas station sushi. Hello to everybody coming on in. So I'm gonna shorten this. Blah blah blah. We're getting close. And so what happened was he gets arrested, gets put in jail. His things gets confiscated. He goes out. He finds more equipment. So allegedly, now during this interview with Art Bell, it was on this platform, and he wants to throw himself into this. Art Bell says,
"This is on Coast to Coast."
Yes, it was. Art Bell Archives. I've heard it like 5 times. So Art Bell says, "Are you?" That's why I nicknamed you Madman Markham. He says, "Do you realize that you?" I'm thinking you're gonna fry yourself.
Yeah.
You're gonna die, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, and again, this is not our Bell show. This guy thrust himself, and he says, "Art, I had to make the decision because I was on a platform 15 feet up in the air, and I had to jump through it.
Demonstrating for the whole town.
And if I don't make it, I'm going to plunder to certain busting the leg or death 15 feet, right?"
Yeah. It might hurt. It ain't gonna kill you though.
So he says, "Well, yeah, 15 feet, probably not. Off of a roof, maybe." So he says what he did, he thought it was a bad idea. So the next day he brought his mattress, his bed mattress, and blankets just to cushion his fall, if indeed.
Sure.
So
Okay.
I guess you guys, he does this. One night came, he got the nerve up, and he thrust himself off this platform toward his invention. And sure enough, he says he disappears. He vanishes, and he ends up, and I forget the state. Let's just say the state was Ohio. And he says he woke up in a field in the state of Indiana. Now, coast to coast, Art Bell, I mean, anybody, even myself, all of us that get these stories, who knows? That's probably more believable than the last one, even though it's far-fetched as well.
Well, how did he modify the Jacob's ladder to perform as a time traveling mechanism?
And it still sounds more like a wormhole than a time travel.
Yeah, it's not time travel. It's a wormhole, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But how did he manipulate the Jacob's ladder to perform?
Which is nothing but electricity. Yeah. Nothing but electricity.
Yeah, that's the confusing part, isn't it?
It's called I got a great imagination, and here we go.
Especially when you have transformers, like you're going to get vaporized, like you're going to get fried.
If you're jumping between transformers and they're doing that kind of arcing, you're done. Yeah. There is no transferring through time.
Literally.
Your remains are going to be right there at the base of it after it's over. Your cooked crumbly remains are going to be at the base of all this stuff.
Free cremation.
Yeah, 100%.
And that was back in the 70s, and he's since then. And so Art Bell did that show. Yep. And then 20 years later, he was still searching for Mike Markham because he thought he eventually
vaporized himself. Yeah.
He thought
he probably did.
And then he got a hold of this guy again.
Yeah.
20 years later, went back.
Oh, he hunted him down, huh?
He found
him.
He
found him and his producers. Then he goes on to say that he attempted it again. And then he ended up going back in time 8 years. And this, that, and the other. And you have to listen to the show if you want to.
He went back in time 8 years. How did he get back?
How did he get back is the question.
Into your proper timeline. How do you return to your
How do you get back? And the reason I bring any of this up is I wanted to ask the question. Do you think that people can travel in time? Do you think that? I think that when we slip through portals, as I've talked about before, that people have told me stories before, I think it's possible to slip into a different dimension. I think it happens all the time.
I think it's possible to slip into different dimensions. I think that, and we had talked about this on the show before, that time travel is possible, but it's not how you think it is. You know, because let's say you're traveling at the speed of light and you're going to another galaxy that's 300 light years, right, to reach, right? You're traveling at the speed of light, so it's going to take you 300 years to get there, right? Because you're traveling at light speed. But on Earth, it's traveling at normal speed, and it could be 3 million years. I mean, I am not.
You're going to age in that 300 years versus the 300 million years. So
yeah, you're going to age in that 300 years. Yes, exactly, because you're in that time, right? You're in that capsulated time. So that's that time travel is theoretically possible, but it's not like people think like you punch 2 or 3 keys on a computer and you jump into a Tesla coil or a Jacob's ladder and you pop out 8 years in the past. I don't think that that's how that works.
Well, yeah, just think about it. Quantum leap. Dr. Sam Beckett did it. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he never jumped into his own timeline though.
No, he didn't.
Just hip hopping, just hopping like a rabbit through all these different timelines for all of eternity.
And that's what you said about the guy that went back 8 years. I'm sitting there like you. I'm like, okay, he goes back. He's just created a complete tangent timeline and completely screwed everybody else in the process.
Yeah. There has to be.
I've listened to certain people say on these other podcasts that it's possible to time travel and go forward in time into the future, but I heard that you cannot go backward.
I believe that.
I'd rather them do that than try to go backwards, because somebody screws up back there, it screws everybody else up. That paradox, that paradox you're creating is not worth it.
It can alter all of humanity.
I don't know. I'm not a believer in it per se, but I do think theoretically it could be achieved.
Theoretically, it's possible in the sense, like I can wrap my mind around in my explanation. I believe in that possibility. I don't think that anybody can create a time machine like the movie Time Machine, and you can move forward and backwards like at will. I don't.
Doctor Who.
That. Yeah.
I see it now. I think about it like, we've got the 3 dimensions that we're talking about that we see all day, every day that we deal with. That 4th dimension, I believe, is time. I don't know if anybody's ever actually truly put that out, but time. If you can figure out how to bend time, just like they keep talking about with wormholes and such. If you can bend time like you can space, then it's theoretically possible.
Well, the 4th dimension gives me a freaking headache if I think about it, because it's all sides at once.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard for us to understand that because we're in the 3rd dimension.
3rd dimension, yes.
Just 100%. Like if somebody were in the 2nd dimension, they wouldn't be able to comprehend the 3rd dimension that we're in.
No, we'd be a flat line.
Comprehend the 4th dimension, which is everything at the same time.
Exactly.
You'd go nuts if
that what it is. The 4th dimension is everything at the same time coming at you.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's like everything's viewed at one
and that's why I consider the 4th dimension being time itself, really.
Because I don't know. Is time linear?
That's what we don't know. That's the thing, because we're in the 3rd dimension. I postulate that time is the 4th dimension, and if we could ever figure out how to truly manipulate and work with the 4th dimension, then we're talking about the feasibility of it. You know what I mean?
But I don't know that we have the ability to comprehend the 4th dimension.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know how to do anything with it.
Even if somebody went trying to somehow get there, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
It would. I just don't know that our minds could comprehend that.
That's just like if you're, you see some of these shows or listen to any podcast where a person slips through a wormhole in outer space and they're gone 3 minutes and then they come back to Earth. It's like 50 years.
Then I don't consider it a wormhole then.
So explain that to me again. Somebody slips into a wormhole in space. They come back to Earth.
Yeah, it's like a 3 minute, and they're jettisoned.
In their time, it's 3 minutes.
In their time, they're gone 3 minutes.
So then they're traveling at a speed. So that would be the same thing that I explained. If you're traveling at light speed, 300 light years away, it's only 300 years for you. But on Earth, it's however many.
Exactly.
A considerable amount more.
Yeah, by a long shot.
Is that even kind of like that movie Interstellar? I did see that movie.
I didn't see Interstellar.
Oh,
I didn't see Interstellar either.
Have you seen the movie Arrival?
Yes, many times.
Okay, that movie I thought was because they talk about time being a circle. Everything happens at once, and you're born knowing how you die. And
Now,
she was able to comprehend that, and she knew her life, she knew her child's life, she knew everything, because everything happens. It's already happened. Like the past is gone, but the future's already gone. Like it's all,
She
you're
can
just
conceive
living
it
in
all.
this moment.
is that
Yeah.
the one where she was talking inside of that object?
Yes.
I did
It
see
looked like
that.
an egg floating in a field.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
There's one
Yep.
I did see. I saw.
And that movie, I don't really like those type of movies, but I loved that movie. And the ending was so sad to me, because she's the only person on earth who has that that ability to
That
understand.
comprehension. Yeah. Yeah.
And how lonely is that?
Well, yeah,
How
she was
lonely.
living essentially out of our continuum, really, if you want to get right down to it. So it was a great movie. I agree with you. I thought it was really good. I don't think it was underrated because people didn't get it.
I like that
people
movie.
didn't get it, but it was so beautiful, like beautifully sad.
Yeah.
And tragic, just tragic for her.
Oh yeah.
Sir Brian says, FYI, past, present, and future all exist on the same time, so time travel is possible. Past, present, and future.
I can see what he's saying, but that's just basically what we just said right there too, with the Arrival movie. She sees it all in one instant in time, but she knows it all. She has seen it all.
She knows it. You're born with the knowledge of it.
Exactly.
Like you know,
She's
but
in
it doesn't mean that you can travel to it.
No.
Even though
but she's in an evolved state kind of thing. But if she could do that, then that, like he's saying that there, it makes it plausible now for time travel, quote unquote.
Right. Because if you know you have a tragic ending, what would keep you from constantly going back and going back and going
trying
back
to redo it?
Back.
Yeah.
You can't redo it per se because it's set. It's set. Yeah. But you're just going back and reliving to avoid the inevitable fate that
gotcha.
Like, that's
again makes sense. I mean, honestly, there's got to be a grander scheme to it all, type thing. You know what I mean?
No, I think so, Randy. And I think I want to run this by you, because I know we're a little over, but I want to get this out. You guys both saw the Planet of the Apes, the original Charlton Heston.
All of them, every single one.
I've seen. I love those as a kid. So the premise behind that, they were astronauts and they ended up in this lost world. Now this was they travel into the future,
and
that was
actually I think they didn't time travel though. They literally
stasis, right?
They were in stasis originally. Now they worked something out. They were in stasis. They were in space.
Like cryosleep, like you see in like Aliens, where if you're traveling a long distance, you're basically in suspended animation, so you don't age.
Exactly.
Like your vitals drop, like you're
but
you're not quite frozen, I don't think, but you're
in the third one where the apes go back in time to our time, quote unquote. That was a type of time travel, but it was a conglomeration of how they did it. I mean, it was. I still can't figure out how how the science worked on that to start with.
Yeah, I mean, in that movie, then these astronauts, they didn't age. They went into the future, and then when they come back, the future was destroyed by man. That's why the apes hated man, because we destroyed.
We're good at that.
We enslaved them. We enslaved them. Yeah.
And we enslaved the apes, right?
Yeah.
And that's why it all comes together at the end. We see the Statue of Liberty. I thought that was great.
You blew it up. You bastard. You blew it up.
I loved that movie. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah. One of Charlton Heston's greatest.
Yeah. And then I watched the one with Marky Mark, which was entertaining.
It was okay.
It wasn't like the original.
No.
Not even close.
I think they did better when they got past that first one. They started doing a little bit more of how with Caesar and such, and how the origins really came out. So
I never got into them.
Did you like the regular? Me either. I liked the regular Planet of the Apes.
Yep.
And the one with Caesar, the animated cool. I mean, it was all AI,
CGI.
Yeah, it's all CGI. Yeah. So it was interesting to say the least. But the original is the only way to go.
Original's the best. I like to have them do a modern remake and try to match it exactly to the Charlton Heston one. That'd be kind of sweet to see.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd like to watch it again if it don't pop up hardly ever.
No, not anymore, really.
I want to thank Sir Brian, T-Bone, and Amy. Well, Amy is starred there, but Amy, thanks for your comments. Sir Brian and T-Bone for your awesome pirate memberships and super chats. Pretty cool show tonight. I whipped it together. I had a lot of fun. Some things kind of very fictitious, but it also spurs on the imagination and goes, what if time travel, right? Which I think is really cool. I think we can do it. I think I've half-assed astral projected,
Okay.
And
Now,
it's
let's clarify this right now. Being drunk and passing out and feeling like you're falling over the other side of the bar does not count
Did you
as
not
astral
hear?
projection.
Did you not hear the story, Randy? And I'm not
I
going
don't know
to
what
share
you're
it
talking about.
tonight. I was in deep meditative state for many months.
Okay, so never mind. We'll talk about your chemical dependencies at a later time. All right.
Amy Creel, thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
Amy.
You know, it's really bad. I sound like Sheldon Cooper right there. Thank you, Amy.
Thanks, Amy. Thanks, everybody. Hit that like button on your way out. Today is the end of the week, technically. Randy, you're on Sunday, right?
Yep, tomorrow.
And what time are you on?
Today. 5 o'clock.
It is today for me, for sure.
Did 5 o'clock for Truth of Tinfoil, then 8:30. Me and Donnie will be on with the ball pit. So.
Oh, that's a new channel. And Monica, dare I ask? I think I seen you made a show. You're not going to be airing me on Sunday.
Yep, we're doing
the 50 States of the Altered Mind.
Strange, yes, 50 States of the Altered Mind in Rhode Island tomorrow.
I want to make sure, just in case I ever go missing for whatever reason, I was extorted out of a certain time slot at one time. I didn't pay the protection money, therefore I was got
booted.
I'm very excited too. Really quickly, I know we got the weeks coming up. I got a full slate of shows in October, but I like to say this. I'm pretty excited because I'm doing a special show on a Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the 15th.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have a Seth Breedlove with Small Town Monsters.
Cool.
He'll be joining me. I don't know if I don't have a co-host yet, so I'm gonna kind of maybe ask Monica.
I can do that. Maybe.
When
is it? The 15th?
Yeah, 3 p.m. And
wow.
So in a couple weeks.
How long is it going to be? Because I pick my son
I always do 90 minutes. Just let me know. I can go solo. It doesn't matter. I just seen you tonight, and I figured because I think you know Seth anyway, don't you?
Yeah, from way back.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, I'm pretty excited because we'll be talking not a lot, but I'll be in one of his movies that we filmed. I got like 12-minute part in it, so
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah. And I was in a
IMDb page. I have one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do. I'm not kidding.
Do you? Okay. Good.
I helped Lady Ann figure out how to get hers going too. So she just submit.
Mine just appeared. I didn't create it. Somebody else made it.
No, I'm telling you, they go out. IMDb will pick up anything if you're listed as anything as far as a contributor on even on YouTube shows now. They'll go out and grab you.
Okay.
You can add stuff to it later after you get verified with them. But yeah, no, IMDb don't play no games. If you, case in point, our good buddy, I don't know if y'all met Steve Curls. You met Steve, right? The
Steve
Sasquatch
Cole?
D. Steve Coles, that's it. Whatever. Yeah. Well, at one point when he was at the Alabama Bigfoot conference a few years ago, we were sitting at the restaurant / bar / wherever we could pour booze down our guts at. We're literally sitting there talking. I was like, "Oh, look, they got you on IMDb," and he's like, "I hate that picture." Pull it up, and there's a picture. He looks like Pee Wee Herman. I mean, literally looked dead on like Pee Wee Herman. He hated me showing it to people. I was like, "Look, come on, man, that's something to be proud of." He wasn't happy with it because it was part of one of the Monster Quest or something. I can't remember what documentary he was part of.
I mean, okay, so if you verify your page, right, you pay the extortion amount. like you call it, and you can select the photo that you
Yeah,
want.
I don't even think you have to. I don't even think you have to pay anything for that. You could all you got to do is verify with them, and then submit, and then they'll get it updated for you.
When I tried to get changed, because mine doesn't show a photo, it just has my name and all my info.
Yeah,
And I tried to get to where I could put a photo, and this was a long time ago.
yeah.
They wanted me to pay like $150, like to join.
I would have. If you're friends with Celine, talk to her. Ask her what she did after that, because I know I talked to her about it a few times when she was getting hers going a month or so
So
back.
this was a long time ago. They could have completely changed like their
And it could have, because they've been bought out by Prime, Amazon Prime. So Prime owns IMDb now. So I don't know for sure. Honestly, I couldn't tell you because I don't remember them charging her, but they may have.
I mean, if you want to use your IMDb, it's worth it. It's worth paying.
Oh yeah,
extortion.
If you were doing something, needing it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you were trying to get into TV or movies or whatever, I mean, it's worth it. Get your head.
Can't you see this?
It is.
Can't you see this? Come on now. This is the face radio
on a
look,
big
okay?
screen in front of you.
This is the face made for radio, all right?
I think that's all of us, my friend. That's why we're all here.
Hey, I'm not the big movie star like you are, okay?
I wish I was. No.
Yeah.
I'm past my prime. There's no movie stars for Monica.
Yeah, that's you become writers, producers, or
I
radio
work behind the
hosts.
camera. I don't want to be in front of it.
Radio host.
What's really bad is I got pictures of her from Monster Quest. I still throw at her every once in a while.
That's okay. I was that was almost 20 years ago that I filmed that.
It seems like it, yeah, doesn't it? It has.
Well, Monica, you've been
hard to believe.
Thank you, Mark. Mark Z Hammer.
Hey, Mark.
Great week of BMR shows. I appreciate you, Mark. Thanks so much for that.
I got a gold star according to T-Bone.
Yeah, what the heck?
Well, you
I
got
gold stars because I've been in the back of a cop car.
Yeah, I got you a bunch of stars. You've been in the back of a cop car or arrested.
Fights, but not
handcuffs. You throw down with dudes. Man, you got a lot of stars today from me.
And threaten dudes. Come on. She's gotten text once. She's got me now. And I'm like, no, I ain't dealing with this crap. I got 5 daughters. You think I'm stupid enough to fight a woman? No, ain't happening.
Thanks. Yeah, we do have great weeks of shows. I had a good week. You all had a good week, and we're going to start it again. Kick it off Sunday.
Yep.
With Randy. And yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on all week long.
Bring your butt over to the ball pit. We're already talking Paul to getting over there because all the fun is going to be happening.
Well, that's on Sunday, though. That's my football, man.
8:30. It's at 8:30, though.
Doesn't matter. He's got his games.
I
do
my
too.
Schedule all the way from 10 a.m. to like midnight.
You do realize I'm sitting here with the phone like this, talking on that, going,
yeah. I have to give all my attention to my audience.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah, I've heard that one before.
To his Lions.
Yeah.
Well, the Lions are on at 4:30. I tell you, we'll see what I can do. I'll see what the other schedule.
I don't even know what the Sunday night game is.
What I can do means we'll see how many beers I had.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Well, I told Monica I'm only drinking on Lions games only. I've cut back.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll drink on everything that's not a Lions game. How's that?
Oh God. So that's 6 days a week, man.
Can't be Cowboys. You got to drink to watch the Cowboys.
Yeah, no kidding. That ain't a lie. I had to drink. I should have been drinking to watch these guys today.
Yeah, I give up on college football anymore. It's so.
I love college football. It makes it more fun to me.
Too, but man, I just don't like it's another show.
You can't root for a single. Did Penn State end up getting beat? I didn't even see the score. They were getting blown out by UCLA at one point. And UCLA hadn't won a game all year. So
yeah.
Anyway.
But thanks for coming on in, Randy. Good to see you. Monica's always.
I appreciate it. You
thanks
didn't throw me out immediately. So.
No, it was fine. You were handy for the Army story.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna research that too, because there's a couple of things I saw that.
Let me know what you get on that, because that was totally weird.
I saw a
Mhm.
couple
Go
of
watch
people
the
out there
replay of
that
the
talked
show,
about it
everybody.
too.
We had some pretty cool, bizarre news outside of the other.
Yep.
That was a good show overall. So thanks, everybody. Hit the like button on your way out. What I need to do is create a new extra.
And figure out where the end stream button is.
Well, no, I found this upper right hand corner.
Right. So you did know where it was.
Yeah. I like to play games sometimes. Night, everybody.
Do you?
Yeah.
Bye.